International Society for Krishna Consciousness or ISKCON propagates Yuga Dharma of chanting of Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, introduced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Mayapur near Kolkata 500 years ago. Furthering this cause, Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON in 1966 in New York, USA. A group of devotees led by His Grace Namanishta Das came to Mangalore to propagate the message of Srila Prabhupada. Mangalore being temple city, people are pious and God-fearing, have welcomed Krishna consciousness wholeheartedly. ISKCON Mangalore established worship of Sri Sri Radha Govind at Nantur. Since then, this temple has been the epicenter of spiritual activities in and around Mangalore. The center itself follows a strict routine of pujas and offerings to the deities, their lordship Sri Sri Radha Govind. Mangalore being an educational hub, youth from all over India throng this city, which opens a vast opportunity to educate them in ancient spiritual knowledge and inculcate in them Vedic values. Devotees from ISKCON Mangalore are traveling all the colleges, and the students are very much appreciative and are vastly benefited. ISKCON Radha Govind Temple Mangalore is organizing many youth festivals and spiritual pilgrimages. Thousands of Bhagavad Gita and other Vedic literatures are being distributed among the youth community. Radha Govind Temple has been organizing public festivals like Janmashtami, Gaura Purnima, Ramanavami, Narasimha Jayanti in large scale, where thousands of people participate and get benefited spiritually. Our beloved spiritual master Srila Prabhupada have left us with wonderful treasure in the form of his books. His books have transformed the life of millions of people around the world. These books are available in all languages of the world, and ISKCON today is the world's largest publisher of Vedic books. ISKCON Mangalore has been distributing these books to the public of Mangalore via door-to-door campaigns, stalls in temple festivals, and through Sankirtan van. Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam classes are being telecasted in local TV channels and are also available on YouTube. ISKCON Radha Govind Temple Mangalore welcomes you all to come and participate in various spiritual activities and be benefited. You are also invited to come and taste the spiritual atmosphere and interact with the devotees by staying in the temple premises for few days. Hare Krishna. To receive daily classes right on your mobile, please WhatsApp to 8383855114. You can also join video conference on weekends by contacting the above number. Our website www.iskonmangaluru.com. Hare Krishna.
And this is look at this engagement. You can play with the coward with Krishna. Huh? That's why say you want to see a match, see Krishna playing, because he'll never loses. Krishna always wins. Even he loses, that's also a win. Correct? He never loses. You sit with Indian team and it loses. You spend your 5 days. 5 days are gone. How many people waste their time? It was a sports for people who have no work to do. Army men. You know that? That's how it started. In peacetime, army has no work. They do all these things only. And when war comes, they run away. They are not aware. So anyway, so people can come out if they be given better engagement. Look at the engagement. This is the highest engagement. The coward boys are feeling so much happiness in playing with Krishna. They can't sleep in the night. Can you just conceptualize it? So much spiritual happiness. Can't sleep. You don't need sleep. Not sleep. Huh? Whole night awake. And morning they are running with Krishna. So therefore Prabhupada is saying, Vrindavan, and we can also understand this. Sometimes we feel we go to Vrindavan or not go to Vrindavan. If Vrindavan was not important, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not have taken effort to revive it. Isn't it? He took an effort, told the Goswamis, because when this Buddhist people came, the deities were neglected. the lost. Imagine the Krishna's preaching as Buddha. And what is Buddha's preaching? Compassion. And many people tell today, I say, you come to temple, read Bhagavad Gita. No, Swamiji, see, understand this point. I don't harm other person. And actually those people are good people in that level. They're really gentle. Huh? Yeah, somebody was telling me about a doctor, that famous doctor in Mangalore. In night 12 o'clock also he has 40 appointment. He was just talking to me recently. He said even the last patient 2 o'clock he is smiling. Correct? They are good people. I'm not saying they are bad people. Punyatma, they are good people. And they follow this principle that don't harm other person as far as possible, help other people, isn't it? So this is the philosophy Buddha taught, and whatever big things people are doing, they were not following this. There was one devotee I met who is very famous devotee in ISKCON. He said, "By devotee ho to chodo bada cheez hai. Let us become human beings first." Because, okay, you may be chanting Hare Krishna, you're not a human being. So when you see this kind of a dealing, you say, "Oh, wow, very nice person." Correct or not? But chanting you should be much better. But if you are not, this will look very, very attractive, isn't it? What do you say? Is there the point or not? Yeah, it look very attractive to you. True, if you are spiritually actually chanting and hearing and following the rules, you should be much better. So the so-called dharma was running in India, but people had lost basics. So cruel. In the name of religion, they were torturing and killing animals. The religion is actually gone. You understand? There are 4. If you are following a religion, 4 things should be visible in you. What are the 4 things? You should be very austere. Tapa. Tomorrow exam is there. You can study 24 hours. That's the good quality. Tapas quality you have. No capacity is there. If I am following tapa, tapasya. True, night outs become part of engineering life, but not recommended. Still that habit remains. It doesn't go away. Oh, this exam is there, 2 night outs. Isn't it? That's how we calculate. Ek night out mein ho jayega. But it's not good. That's become ugra karma. Organize ourselves. And we are tapa means we are ready. This time to this time I study every day, I study that day. This time I chant every day, I chant every day. Because as life grows, responsibilities only increase, not decrease. And I have seen so many people who could not chant or they were chanting something in study time. When they went to job, could not chant one round. Because responsibilities will only increase as the life goes. Work only increases. Now, nothing. Just study and that's it. No anxiety. See what happens? Anxiety can't allow you to do something, even if you want to do. Okay. So Satyam was first thing. So tapas is there. Then shaucha, cleanliness. Person should be. Okay, I'm chanting Hare Krishna. Why you're not austere then? Austere means some work is there. Yes. 6 hours it takes, fine, no problem. I'll do it. You should. That means you are actually chanting and hearing. So we should all introspect why the qualities are not coming. See, अरे भाई दिल में तो आप बोल रहे हैं भगवान है, वो तो हमको तो दिखता नहीं भाई. आप तो बोल रहे हैं महान भक्त हैं. I told you the joke, no? Somebody wrote Prabhupada, how do you see a good pujari? Good pujari. Everything should be clean and he should be doing puja timely. That's it. No, in tears, separation is crying. No, that's okay. That we don't know. The artificial tears or real tears. If it is real tears, we will come to an altar. The altar is like dirty and in tear. No, we don't know. They are crocodile tears or real tears. If it is real tears, altar will be clean. Altar is dirty. It is crocodile tears. What do you say? Isn't it, Mataji? So first thing should be. Let us look at. That's why Buddha. I just try to imagine. People are reading Gita and Bhagavatam and everything. It was all kept aside. People are going to temple, kept aside. Deities were neglected. I have just sidetracked now, but just focus on that. Why? Because people not manifesting 4 qualities, which are A, B, C, D. Before you start religion, no satya, no shaucha, no cleanliness, no tapa, no austerity. Then no mercy. They were killing animals like anything. True? All the temples became a place for slaughter. No compassion on animals. And then no truthfulness. People are not straightforward and truthful. Man mein kuch, dil mein kuch, bahar kuch. not good. It's very truthful. Isn't it? It's so nice, so comfortable. So all these four qualities are missing. Then Buddha said very small thing. Isn't it we should be merciful? Yeah. And not only that, he gave opposite. What he spoke was nothing to do with Shastras. He just ignored the Shastra. When he spoke, he did not quote any Shastra. Rather, when they said in the Shastra, it said, sometime we can do Bali, he said, I don't want Shastra. And people himself threw the books. Just imagine how powerful his preaching was. Gita, Bhagavatam, Upanishads, Puranas, Mahabharata were lying in houses. People just kept it aside because they're finding higher happiness. See, why do people follow somebody? They're getting higher happiness. And he was working on the fundamental which they had forgotten. People, the Upadharma which he brought in was people are finding improvement, happiness by listening to his sermons or his followers' sermons. Great. That's why I was saying India is so great, because there was free flow of ideas in India without fear. Without any fear, you can express ideas, isn't it? Therefore, even the greatest atheist from India, Gridam Kritva, Gridam Privet, Charvaka Muni. Because the country you have, therefore, all the philosophies have actually sprung out of this country. True? No fear. Somebody can say, I don't agree that Krishna is God. Okay? We are silent. If he speaks something offensive, we become silent. We don't take a knife and run behind him. We go away from that place. That's it. Correct, no? What do you say? Not the cut-head head of people who do not accept. This kind of thing don't last. And then Buddha's teachings of deities got neglected. Even in Vrindavan, the deities were lying here and there. In fact, the Goswamis had to search out the deities. Had to search out. Each Goswami had to do a lot of work. Some deity is lying below the ground, the Govindji, and some is lying below the tree. Anna? And so like that, here and there, the deities are lost. They're not there. When the temples are there, deities are not there. And then temples are also gone, broken down. Nothing, nobody, no interest. Can you imagine? I never thought about this. How much powerful. And I was just thinking, it's not the people had become so bad. He brought them to the level of compassion. They feel very happy. You also, when you think good, you also feel good. Correct? People feel very happy. Oh, so nice. Great idea. And then, so therefore, we should also feel that if you are chanting Hare Krishna, we should develop all qualities. If you're not, then even smaller philosophy will attract the people. General mass of people come to us. Society comes to us. But people do not hear the philosophers. They see the qualities. Because they judge you by that. See, you cannot understand Krishna consciousness unless you hear submissively. Let us see the science. Is it fine? Reasonable? Krishna consciousness is spiritual energy. Now we are talking about Krishna playing with coward boys, and I am saying that is full of spiritual nectar. Now a normal person is telling, kya bol raha hai? He has to hear submissively, then he will understand what I am talking. He cannot speculate on it. That's the Shastra Pramana. And we can give some spiritual, but how does he feel spiritual happiness? He has to hear submissively. Then if I have some happiness in narrating that pastime, that touches his heart. That's how the process works. Is it fine? Fine, no? Now what happens is that to become submissive and respectful, the person should see qualities in you. Otherwise, he will not develop respect. You cannot force respect. I am so old, I am so fat. You respect me. Nobody will respect you. Huh? What do you say, Shisha? Nobody will respect you just for age, just for your height or weight. They respect you by what? Dadi? What? Some people, sadhus, this much big body there. They get respected also. So these things are all actually superficial. Real, you respect when you see qualities in an individual. And how the qualities are coming? When you are following the process properly. The qualities are not coming, just like you are taking medicine, Prabhupada says. You should be happy you are getting medicine from a good doctor. At the same time, you should check temperature once in a while, whether I am making progress. Correct? So similarly, we should actually introspect and see whether these qualities are developing. If it is not developing, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Then you go to the Guru. So what do? You gave me medicine. but something is wrong. So, and they went many times to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, what is happening? I am not advancing. Prabhupada said, I have no new advice to give. These 5 things, please follow properly. 4x, chant and Krishna. Do it properly, will definitely advance. And for symptom advancement is, you will be, advance, you will be able to focus. Tapas. You have to do some work. You can concentrate and work for hours. Your mind is totally absorbed. You become actually more intelligent. Good memory power shows intelligent man, correct? Yeah, वो क्या था यार याद नहीं. We think the Buddhu no. So you study for exam, you remember. You are intelligent. You are very truthful. And definitely we are after absolute truth. Ultimately. Somebody told in truthfulness. Prabhupada, sometimes we are selling a book and what was the point? Some point was there, selling a. Prabhupada said, no, we are absolute truth. So somebody was selling a book in the airport. Somebody came rushing as going to the airport. He said, America had a power problem. There was not today, at a particular time, Prabhupada. So, is it book talk about power problem? He said, yes. And the person bought the book, ran away. Then he was asking Prabhupada, can you tell a lie like that sometimes? So Prabhupada said, we are not after truth, we are after absolute truth. But generally Prabhupada said, don't do it. He told a reason. If you do it regularly, then what happens? Lying will become part of your character. I told you I have seen this example. There were some devotees. Prabhupada said, there is enough merit in my books. Enough merit. You explain that. And then people are impressed and buy the book. There is no need to cheat. And he said, you are being trained to become brahmanas. Cheating is not your profession. In exception situation, okay, but fine, but not as a habit. Because once it becomes a habit, it becomes part of character. Then you say, why you're not for Mangalarti? You tell one lie. Everything you lie, tell a lie. It becomes part of character. I remember I told you the joke. Behind the temple in Bangalore, we had a big water tank, corporation water tank. So one person was, he was actually a very good book distributor and I really wanted him to be in the service. Somehow he went into fundraising and he was a very clever boy, started lying. And he was collecting huge funds by lying and it used to be like entertainment. But I felt it is going bad and person finally lost devotion service. His character became duplicitous now, everything he was done. Somebody came to temple, one rich man. He said, what is this? No, we store milk here. And got a big donation from him. Okay, that's fine. But too much you do that, it becomes part of your character. Then that is the devotees, one of the character is simple. He is not duplicitous, he is simple. He lost that. So Prabhupada had warned that it should become part, it will become a habit then. So here the coward boys are having intense pleasure playing with Krishna. We see their attachment to Krishna is so intense. Whole night they could not sleep. They used to run. And Krishna was, next shloka says, was like a lion club in hiding. He used to kill away the big demons without any effort. Correct? But he himself used to be surprised because of his yoga maya. When big demons used to come, Bakasura, that is his yoga maya will increase Krishna's pleasure. But killing all potencies, Swabhaviki, Jnana, Bala, Kriyacha, all the power are there. Naturally, Krishna will just kill like a plaything. But no effort in Krishna in killing all that. But the boys will come home in the evening, they will describe, so nice, Krishna did this, they are astonished. Krishna did this. And then the parents will say what? Our Krishna is so wonderful. That's all. Not that he is God. He is so wonderful. So he was enlivening the whole Vrindavan by wonderful pastimes and very intimate, touching dealings which he had with each of the Gopas. True, it's not sentimental, but on a spiritual platform. Krishna had spiritual dealings with each one of the coward boys. Prabhupada says Krishna totally satisfied all our psychic needs. Totally. In the spiritual world, everybody is totally satisfied by the dealings of Krishna. They are totally happy and satisfied. That is Krishna's nature here. Srila Prabhupada ki.
ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಕಳೆದ 50 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಹರಡುವಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಮಹಾಪ್ರಭುಗಳ ಅತ್ಯಮೂಲ್ಯ ಕೊಡುಗೆಯಾದ ಯುಗಧರ್ಮ, ಕಲಿಯುಗದ ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರ ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ, ಹರೇ ರಾಮ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ ಮಂತ್ರವನ್ನು ವಿಶ್ವದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಮಾಡುವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಸತತವಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ವಿಶ್ವದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಪಸರಿಸಲೆಂದೇ ಶ್ರೀಲ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದರು 1966ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೆರಿಕದ ನ್ಯೂಯಾರ್ಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದರು. ಕೇವಲ 12 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ 108 ಕೃಷ್ಣ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸುವ ಮೂಲಕ ತಮ್ಮ ಮಹಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ಮೆರೆದರು. ಶ್ರೀಲ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದರು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯು ಬೆಳೆದು ಹೆಮ್ಮರವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ ವಿಶ್ವದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ 500ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ದೇವಾಲಯಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಕೋಟ್ಯಾಂತರ ಮಂದಿ ಭಕ್ತಾದಿಗಳನ್ನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನಾಮದ ಮಹತ್ವ ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಎಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ತೀವ್ರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಶ್ರೀಲ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಹಾಗೂ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯ ಸಂದೇಶದಿಂದ ಪ್ರಭಾವಿತಗೊಂಡ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಶಿಷ್ಯರ ತಂಡ ನಾಮನಿಷ್ಠದಾಸರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ಕರಾವಳಿಯೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಪಸರಿಸುವ ಪಣ ತೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯುಳ್ಳ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಜನತೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದಿಂದ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿದೆ. ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಧಾ ಗೋವಿಂದರ ಆರಾಧನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ನಂತೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿತು. ಅಂದಿನಿಂದ ಈ ದೇವಾಲಯವು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯ ದಿವ್ಯ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಹಾಗೂ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಕೇಂದ್ರವಾಗಿದೆ. ನಗರದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಹಲವಾರು ಭಕ್ತರನ್ನು ತನ್ನೆಡೆಗೆ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ಈ ದೇವಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಧಾ ಗೋವಿಂದರಿಗೆ ದಿನಕ್ಕೈದು ಬಾರಿ ವಿಧಿವತ್ತಾಗಿ ಪೂಜಾರಾಧನೆಗಳು, ನೈವೇದ್ಯ, ಕೀರ್ತನೆ, ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ ಭಾಗವತದ ಪ್ರವಚನಗಳು ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿವೆ. ವಿದ್ಯಾನಗರಿ ಎಂದೇ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧವಾದ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ದೇಶದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆಯಿಂದ ಹಲವಾರು ಯುವ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳನ್ನು ತನ್ನೆಡೆಗೆ ಸೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬುವಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಸತತವಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ವಿದ್ಯಾಪಾರಂಗತರಾದ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಭಕ್ತಾದಿ ತಂಡ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳಿಗೆ ಭೇಟಿ ನೀಡಿ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಬೋಧನೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ವರದಾನವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಶಾಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳಿಂದ ಅಪಾರ ಪ್ರಶಂಸೆ ದೊರೆತಿದೆ. ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಾಪಕ ಸಮಿತಿಯಿಂದ ತುಂಬ ಸಹಕಾರವೂ ದೊರೆಯುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳನ್ನು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿ ಪರಿವರ್ತಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇದಲ್ಲದೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಪವಿತ್ರ ಧಾಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಯಾತ್ರೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇವರು ಆಯೋಜಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪವಿತ್ರ ಗ್ರಂಥವಾದ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಚಲಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಹಬ್ಬಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಜನ್ಮಾಷ್ಟಮಿ, ಗೌರ ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾ, ರಾಮನವಮಿ, ನರಸಿಂಹ ಜಯಂತಿ ಮುಂತಾದವುಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕ ವಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಅದ್ಧೂರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಚರಿಸುವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಧಾ ಗೋವಿಂದ್ ಭಕ್ತ ತಂಡದ್ದು ಎತ್ತಿದ ಕೈ. ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಜನರು ಈ ಹಬ್ಬಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ಭಗವಂತನ ಕೃಪೆಗೆ ಪಾತ್ರರಾಗುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀಲ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದರು ತಮ್ಮ ಅತ್ಯಮೂಲ್ಯ ಸಂಪತ್ತಾದ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡುಗೆಯಾಗಿ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಮಾನವ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯನ್ನುಂಟು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಎಂದರೆ ಸುಳ್ಳಾಗಲಾರದು. ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಜನರ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆಯನ್ನುಂಟು ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಲಭ್ಯವಿರುವ ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಕೈಗೆಟುಕುವ ದರದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಶ್ವದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ದೊರಕುತ್ತಿವೆ. ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಇದೀಗ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಪುಸ್ತಕದ ಪ್ರಕಾಶಕರು ಎಂಬ ಹೆಗ್ಗಳಿಕೆಗೂ ಪಾತ್ರವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ಮನೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ತೆರಳಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ತಲುಪಿಸಲು ಹಲವು ವಿಧದ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ, ಹಬ್ಬ ಹರಿದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬುಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇಡುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ